Record.
This is how shit goes here at the Player Haters Ball. We don't fuck around.
What's up, people? Samurai's here. Diver is not. I'm gonna fucking punch him because we just talked a couple hours ago, and his ass is out drinking. So I'm gonna fuck him up later. But I'm here, and I know that makes everybody happy. There's a good chance. Well, one, it's hard to because I was in a different mindset, so I had to switch to the mindset of the hospital has me blocked. Well, that's probably better for everybody. Everybody should have me blocked. I'm sorry, Shar, but it'll be on YouTube tomorrow. I guess I could message her back. Anyway, it's hard to fucking just shut down into a solo mode, which is what I've been doing for the past kind of 15 minutes, just kind of putting, because I'm kind of weird. So yeah, but I'm fucking here. We got all kinds of I got all kinds of shit to talk about. Like it's been a busy week in the MMA world. Let me respond to Miss Shar. Damn them. I don't know what to say. Damn them all. I'll put it on YouTube tomorrow. Let me turn off Slip Capone playing in the background because I just fucking like that song. It's always been fun to me. So yeah, let me pull up. I'm trying to think what the fuck has been going on. It's just been another busy fucking week. It's a long weekend. I am like, yeah. I was thinking about hot shotting in the morning, in bed. At some point, I'm not sure when, but I think one of those days is going to be a fun morning. I've only done that once. And it was nice. I just fucking laid around and just played with my dog for like 30 minutes. I didn't even just move. It was just, bleh. And it was fun. So I think that's gonna have to happen this weekend at some point, because it's just been fucking crazy. We will also tonight, by the way, be finding out if a Mary Callender pot pie is better than a Boston Market pot pie, because I haven't eaten since lunch, and that's what was in the freezer. I didn't feel like cooking. But yeah, so long weekend. I think I may have a little bit of driving duties to do for my niece, but no big deal. We'll figure all that out. Incredible fucking fights tomorrow. Definitely that'll be discussed later for sure, because what a fucking night that is. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's been personally too much. It's just been fucking busy. Like, it's been too busy for anything personal, and I'm kind of lame anyway. But yeah, I don't really think I have any stories. We'll see. I got a couple things written down. We'll see. But I don't think anything fucking happened this week. So let's flash back to last week. Oh yeah, last week we had Oleg on. Thank you. That was different. I know Oleg. I've known him for, I don't know, a while, I guess now. Actually, shit, when I think about it, probably 7-8 years. Probably about as long as I've known Diver. But we don't talk as much as Diver and I do. So, and Oleg came in like as a late replay. Like he was Soto. He came in like 10 minutes to go. So, but yeah, thank you for coming on last week. Now, we'll start with, I guess, let me pull up the fights. Fight Night 48. So we'll start with Macau. I didn't really see all the fights. I saw some of them. I was up late. I was woke up early, had jiu-jitsu, and then Monocles came over and hung out for a while, and hot shotting all day, and basically, I just couldn't catch up on everything. But I did see, I skipped through the Macau fights. I didn't watch the prelims. Did I? Wait, maybe I did skip through the prelims. I might have just skipped the decision ones. Yeah, okay, so let's look through this. I'm looking at them now. First of all, Milena Dudieva and Elizabeth Phillips, okay? Um, I don't see what the big deal was. I thought Dudieva won. I'm not going to pull up the fight or anything like that, but if I remember correctly, I think she had like one or two takedowns. I think at least one takedown in every round. I think one round had two, and she did control the majority of the fight. Hell, the third round, neither one of them did anything, but she at least took that top position and held it. It was not a very good fight, but I didn't think Elizabeth Phillips won. I thought Dudieva won, which is who they gave it to. Royston Wee and Zhao Ziku, I don't even think I watched it. Now, at this point, I think Dana White came in and removed the judge. Just said, hey, judge, fuck you. We're getting rid of you. I don't know. He apologized for it later. He overstepped his boundaries. He actually violated UFC rules that state that he's not allowed to do that. Those are the judges that were appointed. You can't just say, hey, I don't like what you're doing and kick rocks. But he had mentioned, he said it was a misunderstanding. He misunderstood something he heard about him. I was wondering, because the comment he made was, tell him to go get a beer and sit in the stands and watch the fight scenario. I was wondering if maybe judges aren't allowed to drink, and maybe he thought he heard he was drinking and had bad scores. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that one. Colby Covington and Wang Anying. I don't even remember that one. I might have watched it. I don't remember it though. Yuta Sasaki and Roland Delorme. That I kind of remember that submission. Sasaki won by a rear naked choke just a minute into it. Was he the one with like the green hair or something? Someone had some weird colored hair. I don't remember who it was. Someone had something going on. He was good. It might have been that Sasaki guy. Alberto Mina and Shinshu Anzai. Mina won by TKO punches in the first round. Don't remember that fight. It doesn't help that look, first of all, this is a totally racist comment because I think racism is funny. I'm the guy who you just got to just rule things off. And I'm also related to yellow people, but all the Chinese people look alike. That doesn't help with the weird names because they're foreign names, so they're quote foreign to me. I don't remember a lot of these guys. So Wang Sai beat Danny Mitchell by decision. Ning Guangyu beat Yang Jinpeng. Now this one sucked. This was the Ultimate Fighter finale that I guess got delayed. Someone got injured or something, I guess. That was just bad. Zhang Liping and Brandon O'Reilly. I do remember Zhang Liping, and I knew who he was. I think I even said last week that I think he was although I don't know if anyone heard it because I'm not sure I don't even know who was listening last week. But anyway, Zhang Liping won. I do remember him. He's the one who won the Ultimate Fighter before. Tyron Woodley and Dong Hyun Kim. I was a little bit surprised here. I was looking forward to the fight. I'm not sure what happened to Dong Hyun Kim. I thought it looked like he went for a spinning back fist. I heard someone else say spinning elbow. I don't know. But clearly it didn't work out. But it didn't look like he got hit. He spun, and I remember him hitting the ground and just going face first, like maybe he hit his head on the mat or something. I don't know. But that was it. Tyron Woodley, pounced on him, and that was that. So good for Tyron Woodley. I like Tyron Woodley. Isn't he the one? Is he the one that was coming from Strikeforce and they wouldn't let him come into Tough or something like that? Or am I getting that wrong? I might be wrong. I think it was him, but someone I'm looking right now. Someone wanted to try out for Tough, and Strikeforce wouldn't let him out of the contract. And I think it was even owned by Zuffa at the time, too. It was a really weird thing. Michael Bisping and Kung Lee. Now, they did immediate drug testing after the fight, blood and urine. And I would imagine that probably Kung was the reason why. So, all of that aside, fight did not go the way that I thought it was going to go. Michael Bisping looked really good. Really good. I'm not a huge Bisping fan. I think he's okay, but I also think he's a little bit overrated too. He looked really fucking good. He was just accurate. That's what fucked up Kung's eye in that first round was his precision on that. On I think it was a jab. Um, it was just he looked absolutely phenomenal. Chael had said, I think in an interview with someone, I don't remember who, that Bisping hit him harder than anyone else did. And that never made sense until last week, because Kung's face was fucked up. And I know if he fucked up, Kung. I even heard Kung say that he was poked in the eye to the ref at one point, or maybe it was to the doctor. Maybe one of the leather laces kind of slipped in right in there. I don't know. But Kung still fought. He still tried to work through it. It just didn't work for him. I think I gave him round one, and I think everything else was really Bisping after that. Actually, I think it was in round two when Kung got hit in the eye too. But yeah, Bisping looked really good. I was impressed with him. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Bisping and Rockhold. That's the fight that makes the most sense financially. But I think they were maybe looking at I forgot who it was, but someone else, and I wasn't fully following it. I think Machida comes into play somewhere, and I think I don't know, CB Dalloway. Whatever it was, just didn't fucking make sense to me. I didn't get it at all. So there was that fight, and then we get to the Knights fight, which I actually have on right now. I watched them. I just have them on just as background, things. This is the decision fight that's going on right now. So we had Henderson and Dos Anjos. Let me see here. Do I have anything? Oh yeah. All right. So Wilson Reyes and Joby Sanchez. Wilson Reyes beat Joby Sanchez. Decision. Blah blah blah. Let's get to Ben Saunders. What a fucking just nice way to come back to the UFC that was. I like Ben Saunders. I liked him on Tough. He just seemed like a nice, likable guy. And fucking A, did he do a good fucking job. I went back and watched that a few times. Diver just texted me that he's home soon. So maybe what I'll do is... Oh, he's going to Waffle House next, then home soon. I'm going to tell him to hurry up because I'm on. Hurry up. I'm on now. Fucking bastard. Unprofessional bastard. Yeah, Ben Saunders, that was... when I first saw it, I wasn't fully paying attention because usually when I'm watching these fights, I'm playing PlayStation. Just usually. So... I was playing PlayStation, and when I thought it was a triangle that he transitioned into it. That was fucking beautiful. I didn't know he'd pulled rubber guard and worked into. I'm just getting into some Eddie Bravo shit. I think he pulled into New York, and I don't know the names of the other stuff that came after that. But that was just a really good fucking submission. That was hard to watch for me too, because I got bad shoulders. So good for fucking Ben Saunders. Matt Hobart beat Aaron Phillips. Benyel Dariush beat Tony Martin. Neil Magny, he got another one. He's the only fighter with 4 wins in 2014. Now, of course, Cerrone I think he's going to win, but could pull off another win, and then he'll have 4. And they should both fight one more time just to see if they can tie at 5. Or what? But anyway, now we're getting other shit. Neil Magny looked really fucking good. He's been looking really good. Of all the people from Tough, he's not the one that I would have expected to be looking good in his fights. He's been relatively dominant. I'd like to see him with a couple finishes, but he's getting the job done, and he's doing some work. So, good for him. What else? Was there anything else? Holloway versus Collard. Neil Bag, yeah, Neil Bag was his fourth win of 2004. Holloway versus let's see, Chris Skelly beat Tom Ninamaki by rear naked choke. Oh, that was that fast one. That was nice. That was a nice little transition. I remember that. James Vick beat Valmer Lazaro, which is on now. Decision. Yay. Max Holloway and Clay Collard. That's right. Clay Collard had 10 days notice. He looked pretty good, man, for someone with 10 days notice. I don't think he'd fought in the UFC before. I think that was his first fight in the UFC too. He held his own with Max Holloway, which is, you know, he's a good fighter. So I'm sure we'll see him again. But yeah, Max Holloway pulled off the win on that one. Talis Laitis knocked the fuck out of Francis Carmont. And that was just boom. Let's see here. Jordan Meehan and Mike Pyle. Sorry. See, this is when having a fucking co-host come in would work, because I could eat and he could talk. I didn't even think about that. That is when it comes in good play then. Look, Jordan Meehan looked good. It didn't last very long, but for someone who had shit on his mind with his dad just getting arrested, he looked pretty good. Mike Pyle, I like Mike Pyle. I don't know if he's going to fight again. He lost before too, didn't he? Is this a 2-fight skid for him? I'm sure UFC will give him another fight. Nope. I think I had the same conversation last week. He had a win in there in between Matt Brown and Waldberger. So he could fight again, but he's got to be 38, 40. Is he in his 40s? 38. He's 38 years old. So as much as I like him, he's getting up there. He's got 37 fights. So I wouldn't mind seeing him do some Metamor stuff. That would be fun. Let me see. Did he just text me back? Paul is hungry. Oops. So yeah, Mike Pyle sadly lost. I like Mike Pyle. I was pulling for him. It's a hell of a that was a knockout. Or TKO. Rafael Dos Anjos and Ben Henderson. You know, everyone was giving Big John grief on this one. I didn't like it at first, but when I saw the replay of the stoppage, I was kind of like, yeah, I think I get it. It made sense to me. He was out. Hell, look at the fucking face he makes when he's crawling through Big John's legs. I mean, he's got a fucking weird fucking face going on there. So, you know, Ben Henderson loses. I don't know what the fuck you're going to do with him. Dos Anjos wins. I don't think that's what they were looking for. I'm sure they wanted to do the Henderson-Pettis fight. But, well, that's assuming Pettis ever fights again, because he's always getting hurt. I really didn't like that Gilbert. I hate it. I'm looking forward to Tough 20. We're going to talk about Tough 22. I'll wait till Diver gets on. I'm looking forward to that shit. But, well, shit, at this rate, I've already moved way faster than I thought I would at this point. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. I'm not going to pretend I did. I'm going to be just completely honest. So let's go over a couple little things. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you what, when I'm on Fox Radio or NBC, WNBC, ooh, that would be a nice one, a nice little snippet to have. I need to get snippets together. You know, I grew up listening to talk radio, to Don and Mike. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Don and Mike, but I've listened to them since I was in elementary school when they were on in the morning. I used to listen to them every morning when my dad drove me to school. And then, you know, then when my mom drove me to school, and then on the bus, and then they switched to afternoons. I've been listening to them most of my life, really. So that's where I guess my wonderful ideas come from. But yeah, I need to get some sound bites. That's something that needs to happen. I need to get on that. I've got ideas for them. I think I've even got some of the stuff pulled. I just have to convert it, and I got to get a soundboard, like a digital soundboard or some shit. Still eating. Fuck you. I know, you hate me. No, I'm not giving them the number. Diver wants the number to call in. The last thing I want is two fucking drunks calling in. No. I'm just gonna say no. No. So, let's see. Was that it for the fights last week? Oh, so Stephan Bonner signed with Bellator. Actually, let's come back to some of that shit. We'll save some fight shit for when Mr. Diver comes in. I want to hear about his beach trip because we've only texted. I haven't actually talked to him about his beach trip. So hopefully that fucking asshat will get in. Look, I'll tell you one thing that I want to be doing this weekend. If you are a gamer, or if you play video games, I don't think you have to be a fan of the show, because it really doesn't have anything to do with the show. There's like 2 tie-ins that are minuscule. One of the best games that I've remember playing, and I don't play a lot of games, but I absolutely love the fucking game, is The Walking Dead by I don't want to have event up, and she's texting me too. I need to text her back. Shit, why is it why? It'll be, my phone will be dead forever, and all of a sudden, boom. What was I gonna say? Holy shit, what was I gonna say? I'm looking. Oh, Walking Dead. There's a game called The Walking Dead. It's by Telltale Games, and they just came out with the season 2 finale. Each season has 5 episodes in it. They release them about every 4 to 6 weeks or so during those season times. What a fucking awesome game that is. I mean, it really is just phenomenal. It's kind of a choose-your-own-adventure thing, and you I don't want to give things away, but the main character in the game, because you're sort of kind of in control of things having to do with her. She's like a 7-8-year-old. They probably said in the game, I don't remember, like a kid, maybe older than 7 or 8, maybe 8 or 9 or something like that, who's left alone during this zombie apocalypse, and they get you, man. It's a really fun game. It won I think all kinds of Game of the Year awards last year. I'll be running a 3-chapter marathon on it this weekend to close it out. Just because I kind of want to. The reason I'm bringing that up is because not only is it a really good fucking game, it's out for your PlayStation and Xbox, and I think it's even on the Android Google Play shit. They are doing one they just announced for Game of Thrones. I expect that to be just as phenomenal as The Walking Dead is. So I'm looking forward to that shit pretty good. So there's that. Suge Knight fucking somehow managed to not get killed again. I don't know how many times he's been shot. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking listen to the Indian vent. But yeah, the Suge Knight, I don't fully know what happened there. I know it happened at a Chris Brown shit for the MTV Awards. I don't even watch the MTV Awards. Who was the host? I heard the host sucked. MTV Video Music Awards host 2014. Who was it? Because I heard the host was bad. Lucy Hale. I've heard of... Oh, wait, no, that's the pre... That's the pre-thing? Who the fuck is the host? I just want to know who fucking hosted the fucking show. Thank you, Wikipedia. Thank you. Let's see here. I don't fucking see it on here, though, motherfucker. Who won, anyway? How did people... First of all, who fucking hosted this fucking show? How the fuck do they not have the host listed, like, right on the fucking main page? House artists, they got the presenters. Oh, who is Lucy Hale? I know the name Lucy Hale. Who the fuck is she? Lucy Hale. Lucy Hale. American actress and singer. Who is? I don't. She doesn't look very familiar. Pretty Little Liars. I've never seen that show, but I've heard of it. So I guess that's that. Scream, one of the Scream movies. All right, so she's done some shit. I don't really know who she is though. But who won everything? Like who won? Does it say who won all the fucking awards, or is this going to be a pain in the ass? Wrecking Ball won Video of the Year. Wow. Sing won Best Male Video. Katy Perry. Blah blah blah. All right. You know, this Iggy Azalea chick. I don't get everyone's fucking problem with her. She's got a good fucking flow. Royals won. Drake. I don't really know who Drake is. I'll say that. I guess I'm getting fucking old. So these are all the motherfuckers who won. I'm already bored looking through this. I don't. Yeah. I can't do it anymore. Now. Actually, I'm just going through a couple things. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Now he says he's going to listen, so I don't know what the fuck his ass is doing. I'm just going to fucking move on and assume his bitch ass isn't calling in because he's or Skyping in because he's a little bitch. Let's talk about this one. I'm taking another bite of my pot pie. I guess I need to try the Boston Market one. Let me see here. Let me try this one. Let's see which one's better. They're probably like exactly the same. They're probably made by the same Chinese people. Oh, I need to go forward to tomorrow's fights on Wikipedia too. I'm not sure. I might like Mary Callender's more. Boston Markets is a little bit thin. Let's talk about this gun shit. Okay? This 9-year-old chick who kills her gun instructor. Now, obviously there's people out there bitching, oh, she shouldn't have a gun, da 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 da. Look, everyone needs to be educated on guns. Anyone who says that clearly needs to be educated on guns. Now, not every 9-year-old should have a gun, but why don't you keep in mind that, I don't know, 100 years ago, well, no, 150, 200, somewhere in there, fucking kids used to go hunting. That's what they did. So, clearly there's not a problem with kids with guns. We've got another problem in this country, but that's another discussion. I think Joe Rogan said that best. I should look that quote up because that was a hell of a fucking quote. We don't have a problem. Joe Rogan, gun control. Something like we don't have a problem. This country, here it is. Let me open this up. I see it. This country has a mental health problem disguised as a gun problem and a tyranny problem disguised as a security problem. One of the I'm going to fucking retweet that right now. One of the best tweets ever. Or best, not tweets, just phrases, because it's true. But let's talk about this specific incident, okay? You want to teach a 9-year-old girl how to shoot? I think that's great. Okay, it's awesome. Everyone should, if you don't know how to shoot and things like that, you should at least know about how guns work. Maybe one of the first things you can learn is recoil. Some genius instructor decided it would be a good idea to give a 9-year-old an Uzi to shoot. I don't know what the thought process was here. I saw the video that's circulating, which doesn't have anything bad in it. At least that's the only video I know of. I don't know if there's an actual video that's been released that people have leaked or anything, but I don't know that I've seen that shit before. I don't really know that I need to see it anymore. But it certainly didn't look. Yeah, he was securing, I think, her shoulder area and maybe like over the bicep. I can't remember. I would probably be more inclined to secure the lower part of the arm when a 9-year-old is shooting an Uzi. So it's just a fucking. It's a terrible thing. It's stupidity, and it's something that. Yeah, like I said, I've seen this kind of shit on the internet. I've seen beheadings. I've seen all that shit. I've seen people get shot. All the terrible stuff that floats around in the dark side of the internet, I've seen it. I don't have any interest in it anymore. But the fact of the matter is, it's crazy to watch. Just on the internet with grainy pictures. I can't imagine what this little girl is going to have to live with now. Because she's right there. She saw it. Hell, she did it. That's just a lot for her to fucking deal with and think about, and that's in her brain forever. There really isn't getting rid of that. Even if she forgets about it for a while, if it comes back to her, it's gonna be right there. So that's just it's a sucky thing to happen. Sheer stupidity as far as I'm concerned that it happened. And I sure hope she turns out okay. Oh, look at that. That's a nice waterfall. Sorry, I just got a text message from somebody. I don't know if she really wants everyone to know that she text messages me, because that's just terrible. But I should respond to her. I'll do a smiley face, because I'm learning how to use these emojis. These emojis are really fucking cool, by the way. Like, that's really neat. They need a marijuana one. I mean, just a leaf or something. Hey, quiet. Don't you start growling. I don't want to hear it. It's unprofessional. It's just people outside. Shush. And if I get killed, there's people outside. I've got my gun in front of me, but the magazine's out because I was showing it to somebody. And I don't want to put the magazine in right now. So one thing and you know, I still didn't send this fucking thing to Diver. Let's talk about some lady was talking shit about her son's school, and then the son preschool, and then the son got expelled. Now, here's why I want to talk about this. Maybe I'll remember to post a video. I probably won't. The kid has a mohawk. We really need to stop with this mohawk thing on kids, because it looks really fucking stupid. It just does. And if you think it looks cool, if you're like one of those parents like, yeah, my kid looks cool because he's got a mohawk, your kid doesn't look cool. Your kid looks like he's a kid, but he doesn't want anything. He's a kid who has parents who want everyone to talk about how cool their kid looks with a mohawk. Okay? All it is just attention grabbing. It looks so stupid. And I used to want a mohawk when I was a kid. It looks so stupid. It just looks dumb. So stop putting mohawks on kids is really the point of this conversation, because it's a bad fucking idea. It's just fucking nightmarish. So that's all I wanted to say there. Now we could get in. We could go the racist aspect of things. I've got a friend on Facebook. I'm not gonna say his name. Now, he's not really my friend. Okay, I pretty much. Did he delete me? Maybe he just deleted me. I was just about, like, I just saw some shit I wanted to talk about, and now He might have deleted me from, or maybe he deleted his Facebook. His Facebook isn't even on there, and I haven't interacted with him in a while. Oh, nope, there he is. So, here's the deal with this guy. He's a friend of a friend, and I wound up getting into a conversation with this guy. He's a black guy. It was, I don't even remember, something about racism. And he's the black. Look, here's my deal with racism. Of course there's racism still out there. It sucks. It's stupid. Racists are stupid. The whole thing is fucking stupid. Who the fuck cares what color you are? Unless you're using it as a descriptive term, who fucking cares? It's dumb. It's like gay stuff. I just watched the video today. You want to see a crazy fucking video? This kid, I say kid, I think they said in the video, I think they said his age was 19 actually. He's a kid. You know what? That's a fucking kid. He came out to his parents. And it starts off okay. You can't see anybody, but there's a recording of it. And the mom's like, I've known you were gay since you were a little baby. Da 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 da. And he's like, well, then you should know that it's not a choice. It's how I was born. And she's like, no, it's not. God wouldn't do that. But nothing was bad. Okay? It was just a conversation. Then it switched to, I want you to move out because I don't support what you're doing. And then accusations started flying, and the dad started getting all pissed off, and some shoving happened, and you're an embarrassment, and you're a queer, and they're just, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? This is still a big deal? When is this shit gonna not be a big deal, too? Because it's just fucking stupid. Who fucking cares? If you're gay, be gay. Who cares? People need to stop caring about shit. It's so minuscule. So anyway, so this guy, he's big into racist stuff, and always posting like racial things and all kinds of stuff. So there was a conversation. And I'm looking for it now. And a lot of people are telling him the same things that I've told him in the past. And we just go in circles when I debate with him. I added him as a friend just for debating purposes. He's not a lot of fun to debate because it always just turns around. If you say something to him that makes sense, then it's just, oh, you're just blind. You don't understand because you're white. Really? Like, really? And that's what I want. That's why I brought this up. He had said, I don't know where it is, but he had said that there's no such thing as a black racist. Black racists don't exist. And I stayed out of the conversation. He was getting it from other people. I didn't see any point in bringing it up too much or anything like that. But I'm looking for it. So he says that he is. Or I'm sorry, he says that there's no such thing as a black racist. And they started throwing out, here it is. I just found the thread. Where is it? There's black people do not control anything. That's his, black people can't be racist ass, you just don't get it. The guy says, keep blaming all white men for your problems and you'll stay, good grammar there, buddy. Keep blaming all white men for your problems and you'll stay trapped in that mental vice. You keep yourself caged in. Good luck with all your bullshit racism preaching. You breed hatred. And then he says, why can't black people be racist? Can't wait to hear this bullshit answer. And the black racist guy, which he is, because he's always posting shit about how doesn't like white people, but I got white friends, so I'm not racist. But that's the same thing that you say about white people who have black friends, but white people are still racist. But anyway, black people do not control anything. They are controlled. Obama can't even control the government he was put in charge of. Blacks can hate just like whites hate, but that does not mean they control the social index that uses racism as a tool to oppress people. So, and the response was, you were delusional. And then someone else posted a definition of it, blah, 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 blah. But that's not how it works. That's not what racism is. It's not based on control. Being a dick can be based on control, and that can be driven by racism. But racism is not based on being in control. You can have, a poor white guy be pissed off at a rich black guy, and you can say, well, white people are in control of this country. No, obviously, the poor white guy isn't as in much control as the rich black guy. So it's just racism is stupid both ways. All of this shit is stupid. I don't know what it stems from either. Like, who cares? I just don't understand why we care. See, I'm watching this fucking Max Holloway fight. This Collar guy's, he came out swinging, man. He's doing pretty good in there. But anyway, why in the world? I mean, just seriously, why? Why do people care what color you are? I just don't get it. I saw something. Upworthy is the thing that I follow. That I think Upworthy is where I saw the gay thing. They posted something, and I didn't make it through it because I got bored. But something about there's racism in porn, and white porn actresses are advised to not do porn shoots with black guys. It's like, really? Like, really? Who cares? It's just, the whole thing is just, I just don't understand. Hold on. I just scrolled down. I didn't see this response. How many blacks have been killed by whites after slavery was ended? And someone says, I'm sure too many, but we're living for today, not 100+ years ago. I think it's time to stop dwelling on it. Since slavery ended, over 11 million Jews were killed by the Holocaust. But they aren't still throwing that in the faces of Germans today. The past is the past. You cannot change it, but dwelling on it every day is only breeding negativity and hatred. And he says, why am I forced? Like, what are you forced for? And then there's the token white girl who's, as a white person, I feel a responsibility to accept and own the fact that my life experience is different than that of a person of color. I've witnessed firsthand. It's ancestors' fault. I don't feel like reaching up to click more. But it's just like, come on, man. We gotta just stop paying attention to color. And it's here. A lot of it's here. You go to fucking. I'm not saying racism isn't just here. Racism's all over, but the mentality is just here. What was that chick, the black chick who won the Olympics? The gymnastics. Was it Abby? Is that the girl? Olympic. ABB. Or Gabby, maybe it was Gabby. Gabby. Hold on. Of course, the third fucking thing is Gabby Monkey. That's fucking great. Gabby Douglas. When she won that, all over here in the United States, it was first African American to win a gold medal in the Olympics for gymnastics. Now, first of all, who cares? But with our country's history, and really just in terms of trivia, it's interesting. Now, if you go look at the news from other countries, and I did, it wasn't the first African American, it was the first black person. Because that's what it was. She was the first black person. It doesn't matter if you're African American. It pisses me off that we're in the Olympics, and they're representing America, and they're splitting up how they're being represented by throwing Africa. No, it's just black American, white American. It's just an American. You want to be trivial with it? Then yeah, the first black chick, well, I guess you wouldn't want to say chick when you're on a fucking national forum, something that's supposed to be professional like that. But the first black girl won the Olympics, in gymnastics, and that's good. It's awesome. I think look, I don't like Obama, but I think it's great that we have a black president. I don't like him. He's not my favorite guy in the world, but cool. Yeah, that definitely shows we've come a long way. So it's all stupid. Now let's go back to a couple things, and I'm still kind of pissed off. By the way, we did a really good show 2 weeks ago, and we talked a lot about Ferguson, and we solved a lot of shit that night, and I fucked up the audio. So we lost it all. I was kind of hoping we might be able to recreate a little bit of it, but some fucking unprofessional fucker isn't showing up to work. He's pulling a fucking Heenan Barrow and Suhedo. I'm going to say at this point too, by the way, his bitch ass isn't Skyping in. Now, let's see here. Tough 20 starts in a week and a half. Bringing it back to MMA so we can start closing it out. Oh, actually, we'll talk a little MMA, then I want to talk a couple TV shows, and I want to look at the Emmys because I still don't know who won the Emmys. And then we'll close out with the fights tomorrow. Tough 20 starts in a week and a half. Next week there's Friday night fights, and I was kicking around the idea. I'll have to talk to him about maybe going old school and just doing a show and playing some Grand Theft Auto and putting the fights on and just fucking around, like a simulcast type shit. We'll see, because there are, it's pretty decent fights actually. It's 8,000. What they should have done is swap the fucking fights. They should have told everyone who is fighting next week to come out and fly out and fight tomorrow, because that would have been a much better pay-per-view card. So there's that. We'll see what happens there. And then next Saturday there's an Invicta fight card. I don't know who's fighting. We'll go over it next week. I'm pretty sure Michelle Watterson is fighting because she's all over the place. Little nugget. If you remember Tough Brazil 3 with Chael. By the way, it's Mary Calendar, ladies and gentlemen. I'm officially calling it. The Boston Market one is just too fucking runny. Anyway, Vanderlei had that, this is Tough Brazil 3 with Chael and Vanderlei. Vanderlei had that big, huge fucking grappler chick. Ronda has said in the past she'll beat any woman in a grappling match. Well, she challenged Ronda. Ronda, who fucked up her hand pretty damn bad in that July 4th fight. I didn't realize how bad that was. Or not, when was that? Was that July 4th? Has it been that long since they've had a fucking pay-per-view? It has been that long, hasn't it? Holy shit. Hold on, 177 is next month. Yeah, holy shit. It's the first pay-per-view in almost 2 months. July 5th. Wow. Anyway, there's a good vlog that Dana just released, and two of the things that stuck out, it was a 177 vlog. One was they showed Ronda's hand right after they unwrapped it. That was a nasty fucking cut, man. That was really nasty. The other was Uriah Hall. That was fucking watching his reaction, because remember he fucked up his toe in his fight and he fought through it. And watching his reaction when they were working on his toe, whoo, man, that was, he was in some pain. So yeah, pretty interesting. It also, the other interesting tidbit from that one was that's the one where Joe Rogan was interviewing Ronda Rousey, and the guy from the truck was in his ear, like telling him, hey, does she want to headline the next fight card? Well, yeah, I even think some people were like, oh, good, you're going to put that off on someone else, Dana, when you know you asked for that to be asked, and blah, blah, blah. Well, they showed Dana and Lorenzo's reaction, and there was a lot of confusion and a little bit of anger. And then Joe Rogan's, I think he said the guy's name, Bruce, was saying it to me right in my ear, and Dana was like, tell Bruce he's a fucking idiot. So I guess Dana wasn't behind that one, but those were the interesting things from that vlog. But, so there's that. Ronda's response, by the way, was she's busy with the UFC and I guess with movies, really, which I think is pretty fair. I mean, look, I doubt Ronda Rousey is afraid to fight this girl or grapple this girl. I mean, I don't think that's something that she would do. I'm sure that she would like there to be some kind of weight limit on it, because she could probably cut to what Ronda walks around at. If you don't remember this chick, look up, or if you haven't seen this chick, look up, probably if you look up Tough Brazil 3, Hell, you know, if you just look up huge Brazilian jiu-jitsu chick, she's gonna come up. Let's see. I guarantee you that is huge Brazilian jiu-jitsu chick. Images. Yep, there she is, standing right next to Vanderlei. She's bigger than Vanderlei. She's bigger than Vanderlei Silva. Okay? Um, Gabrielle Garcia, that's her name. Um, and I'm looking at a picture of her. She's bigger than Vanderlei. Um, that's holy shit. That's a chick. So I don't know. The thing of it is Ronda could win in a judo competition, but if this chick has skill, I've never seen her do anything, but if she has skill and she's that big, you know, outside of a throw, I'm sure Ronda could get her on her back. But what do you do once you get her there? I mean, shit, I've worked. There's a huge guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but a huge guy that I work with, and I've put him in shit, and it's just like he's so big. I don't know what to do with him once I get him there. I had him in an omoplata and had to completely change shit around. My feet wouldn't touch the floor, and I'm a pretty big guy. So it's just fucking a. He could just fucking pick me up and just toss me through the brick walls. I mean, I'll put it this way: this guy is big enough that when and this isn't even a joke. Diver can attest to this because he's seen it. When he holds a soda can in his hand, it looks like a regular sized person holding like a mini can. That's pretty accurate. That's how big this guy is. So it's just there's only so much that you can do once you get past a certain point. So I'm sure Ronda could get her on her back and could throw her, but you can't. It doesn't matter how good you are. If someone's that strong and has skill, she's gonna fucking pick you up and just toss you. So we'll see if that happens maybe one day later. Who knows how much longer Ronda has? There's all kinds of rumors for a while now. She's gonna fight for this amount of time or that much more time, and then she's done because she wants to have kids and blah 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 blah. So who knows? Another little tidbit, the Bobby Green thing. I listened to it. Yeah, I mean he made some pretty strong accusations, but I didn't hear the whole interview. I kind of got bored. But he was walking around calling Donald Cerrone a racist, and what kind of shit was he saying? He was saying like, oh, he said he told him at the fan expo, and it was his first fan expo. He was talking about how we gotta you know how black people are. We gotta search this guy. And he didn't even know him, and he was like picking up other chicks and grabbing their asses and all kinds of like pretty serious allegations. So yeah, check him. You know how black people like to steal. He was making some pretty big accusations. I don't know if it's true. I mean, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's a racist, but I don't really listen to all his conversations. I think it was Front Row Brian had a good tweet. I had to read it twice. He was, what did he say? He said, Cowboy Cerrone isn't racist. He loves black people, thinks everybody should own at least 2 of them. I thought that was funny. So I don't know. I'm not sure that Cerrone's a racist. I don't know if maybe there was a misunderstanding or if Bobby Green is just trying to come off the heels of his win over, what's his name, Thompson, and pick up a big fight, which I don't know why you do that after Cerrone just signed to fight Eddie Alvarez. Maybe he wants to be a backup. I don't know. But yeah, and then I got bored and I kind of tuned out the interview. So the other thing that I haven't even looked at that. I wonder if I can find that fast. So GQ ranked Dana White as the number 8 sleaziest person in sports. Now, let me see here. I wonder if I can find this article. Apparently also making this list, I don't know what number, but apparently everyone's favorite War Machine is also on this list. I'm not sure, even if Dana White is a sleazeball, let's say he's sleazy and he does shady things with the fighters and with the UFC, which I don't really think he does, but let's say he does. Okay? I don't know how you can put him on a list with War Machine. So the top 10, here's the top 10. I don't know where I don't see a link to the thing, but here's a top 10. Here's something about War Machine. War Machine is number 7, so War Machine is just ahead of him. Okay, so number 10, Bobby Petrino. Let's look at these people, because Bobby Petrino, I think I know who that is, but I'm not a big sports guy. Bobby Petrino, wasn't he the guy from that? No, I was thinking he was one of the coaches from what's it called? Penn State. Maybe not. Well, I don't feel like finding out why he's sleazy. Bobby Petrino, Lance Armstrong. Okay. Dana White, number 8. Number 7, War Machine. Okay, and I have I think a quote from Dana White on that. Number 6, Tiki Barber. I don't know why Tiki Barber. See, I don't know why any of these people are on here, but maybe you guys do. Number 5, Chad Curtis. Number 4, Isaiah Thomas. Number 3, Sepp Blatter. That's a funny name. Number 2, Aaron Hernandez. Speaking of funny name, I need a hot shot. I am way too fucking alert right now. Holy cow. Hold on a second. Let me clear this. Wow. I am way too alert. Look out, dog. Yep, you're just going to lay there. Okay. I guess I'll let you lay there because I don't want to be the dick that makes you move. Aaron Hernandez coming in at number 2. And in number 1, I do know who this is. Donald Sterling. Okay. Now, I don't know who else is on the list, and I don't really know what they are going by as far as sleazeballs. I'm fine with, as far as everything I know about Donald Sterling, with him being up at the top. I'm pretty fine with that, because he seems like a dick. Regardless of whether or not he should sell his team or not, I think he should, because I think he's a dick. Dana White being that close to War Machine is insane. Now, this is how GQ described War Machine. I thought this was a Dana White quote. So, do we have how do they describe Dana White then? If you're going to say how, I'm on MMAfighting.com. You're not going to show. Oh, here's White's description from GQ. Okay, what is that? Something Quarterly. White's description is: turns out underpaying your UFC employees, bullying rivals, and generally impersonating Don King as a bald white guy doesn't do wonders for you charisma. I'm assuming that's supposed to be for your charisma. GQ also annotated White's entry with a dollar bill symbol, marking him as a greedy sleaze on their sleaze key. Okay? So, that's number 8. Even if that's true, you're going to put that up with War Machine. Number 7, their description of War Machine: he's been thrown in jail multiple times for multiple bar fights in multiple states. He once joked on Twitter about raping his girlfriend. He got kicked out of the UFC, then got kicked out of the porn business after going on a rampage at an industry pool party. He now runs a clothing shop called Alpha Male Shit, where you can buy t-shirts with "Don't Be a Pussy" written backward on them. So, apparently this is way out of the loop, because, did they run this just recently and they skipped out the part that he's in jail for beating the shit out of Christy Mack? So yeah, number 8 and number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White and War Machine, because that fucking makes sense. Who the fuck did that? That's fucking ridiculous that you're going to put Dana White and War Machine on the same list of sleazy people. That's a whole different caliber. And I don't know. Look, Dana White pays his fighters what they agree to be paid. If they don't want to be paid that, they can go fight other places. Bellator can pay them more, I'm sure. They got money, but they're not going to, because they're not worth that kind of money. But, whatever. No one in this country wants to work up anymore. Everyone wants to just boom. And it's fucking video games' faults. I mean, how many fucking kids do you think sit there and actually play through video games like if you're old, like we did with like fucking Zelda and shit like that? No, you get the game, you go on the internet and you find all these cheats when something gets too hard. Cause you're not gonna have, oh, I'm not gonna do that. It's too hard. Fuck you, it's too hard. Just fucking do it. That's how you achieve things. You fucking learn that in video games, for fuck's sake. Every kid plays video games. No, they're learning that you can just fucking cheat your way and beat video games and be just fine. So that's the country we live in. Now, I don't even know how I got on that topic. That's pretty scary. I have no fucking clue how I got there. So let me talk about a couple TV shows real quick. First of all, if you are not watching America's Got Talent, okay, you are missing one of the most funnest fucking shows. Yeah, I said funnest. Funnest fucking shows on TV. Right now, you can go to NBC.com and you can watch. They're in the semifinals. There's only 2 episodes left. So if you go watch Wednesday's episode on NBC.com, you'll see the first round of the semifinals. So you'll see some really fucking cool shit. And next week is the second round of the semifinals, and then it ends the following week. Just some really fucking cool shit. They have, look, I don't like dancing. They even have some cool fucking dancing and shit like that. They got these balancers, and I don't know how this fucking guy didn't make it through. He was doing this shit where you have like a cylinder and you balance on top of the cylinder, and then he'll take like multiple cylinders and put them in different directions, and you balance on that. He was fucking doing that on a swing, like swinging through the air. What the fuck? And it's just like, oh, wait, hold on. Let's watch, what's his name, get knocked the fuck out again. And he's out. Carmel is out. But anyway, the guy is fucking incredible to watch. It's just like, holy shit. A really cool thing was this, a couple years ago, this thing called an Earth Harvest. It's neat seeing, like, people create things. It's different. It's new. It's cool. It's a really neat show. So you should be fucking watching it because it's a really fucking neat show. Now, I wanted to fucking talk to Diver about Under the Dome, but the fucker didn't show up to work. So I just finished watching Under the Dome. I had to get caught up on some stuff. Ooh, and I want to look up the Emmys because I want to see how Breaking Bad did in the Emmys. I didn't hear anything about the Emmys. Here's the thing: if you watch Under the Dome, I'm about to have some spoilers if you're not caught up. It's an interesting show. I'm getting kind of fucking. They cleared up one problem with me. I'm watching it through Amazon. Okay, so I'll watch like blocks. It's on Amazon right after it's on TV, like the next day, I guess, probably, or some shit. And like I just went through 3 episodes today. For a while, they've been saying at the beginning of the show, like when it first starts and they're recapping the previous week and stuff, it's been, 12 days ago, the dome came down, blah, 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 blah. In 12 days, they've had a lot of shit happen that just seems like it's really strong. The government decided to nuclear bomb them over the course of 12 days. Seems a little bit fucking extreme to me. Like, I wouldn't really want to be in a country where they're just going to fucking nuclear bomb you after... And that was probably at like 10 or 9 days or something. So that was even less. It's like a week out. You're like trapped in this dome. No one understands what it's from. And the government says, fuck them, let's nuke it. What the fuck? So they've had a nuclear attack. They've had the unrest in the town has already driven people like crazy. It's only been, they still have food, they still have power, they still have all these things. They still pick up internet every once in a while. So it's not, I don't understand why everyone's going crazy. It's just, maybe we don't need to go. It just seems like it's escalated. But then, and there have been like, I think I just finished the 9th episode of the season, which is what aired last week. And finally, because they were making references to like things that happened 2 weeks ago in the exact same episode that started with 12, or 3 weeks ago, with the exact same episode that started with 12 days ago, a dome came down. So they cleared that up and they changed it to a few weeks ago for like episode 8 or 9. So now it makes a little bit more sense. But I don't want to hear that anymore because so much has been happening. It kind of throws things off because even in a 3 week time just seems a little bit fast for some of the shit to be happening, you know? I mean, so, but it's an okay show. I'm not sure where the fuck they're going. I was wondering if, because it seems like, and this is a big spoiler, so if you don't watch it, turn it off for like 2 minutes, and then I'll get to the Emmys. But it seems like maybe if someone is actually listening to this fucking show and you watch the show, fucking tell me what your take on it is. But it seems like, or it seemed anyways, like the people. I don't understand how the. So you fall off this cliff, okay, or get pushed or whatever. You go through this. You're off the cliff, and you wind up falling out of the sky on a playground in a town like it's another dimension. But it's not another dimension because everybody in that town knows you. Like Barbie went and saw his dad, and all this weird shit happens. There's a lady there who everyone thought was dead. Big Jim's wife is supposed to be dead, and she's in this other dimension. That's not another dimension. It's another town. I don't understand how that's working. How in the world did Big Jim? Maybe they're going to explain it at some point, because that is, I guess, how the episode ended. They had Big Jim see her. So maybe it'll make more sense on the next episode, but I'm not seeing how the fuck Big Jim is going to pull this one off. It's I don't know. I don't know, or not Big Jim, but the show. I don't know how they're going to explain this one. So yeah, Under the Dome. It's an interesting show. Another cool show that I want to try out is Utopia when that comes on because it just looks like an interesting concept. And it was fucking. Let me see here. Where's the Emmys? It's a reality show where. Up here, maybe this is what I want. 2014. It's a reality show where they take a bunch of people and put them on like an island, and they have to create their own government. And I kind of think that's pretty neat. So now let's talk about the Emmys because I don't know shit about what happened. So, outstanding drama series. Breaking Bad won out with drama. I think that's awesome because that was just a great fucking show. Modern Family won for outstanding comedy. I'm okay with that. Let me see. Can I go find out like who was? I want to see who was nominated because I don't even know who was competing in this shit. Primetime Emmy Award. No, go. Just give me the Wikipedia page so I can see. I don't want to just see the winners. I kind of want to see who's nominated. Back. Where the fuck is it? Primetime Emmy Award. I need to take a hot shot too. Where the fuck is 2014? That's all I want. I just want 2014. Fuck you. Fuck you. Where? Where the fuck? You know what? I'm gonna go to the official site. I wonder if that'll have it, because they don't have they don't have everything I want. Let's go to the official site. Down awards. I'm gonna take a hot shot too. That's not fucking working for me, motherfucker. I just want to see who's nominated. That's all I'm trying to see. I mean, seriously. I'm not looking for anything fucking crazy. 66th annual. Let me see if this is it. Was that 2014? Here we go. Alright. Go down. So, Modern Family 1, Big Bang Theory, Louie, Orange is the New Black, Silicon Valley. That's a good show, Silicon Valley. That's a really good show. And Veep. Breaking Bad won, as it should. Beat Downtown Abbey. I've never watched, but I hear good things about it. Game of Thrones is a fucking great show. House of Cards was good. Mad Men, I haven't seen the last season. True Detective was really good. I just watched that a couple weeks ago. That was good. They have an outstanding variety. I didn't even know that. Colbert won. Look at that. Stephen Colbert pulling off one. Good for him. Outstanding miniseries. Fargo was a miniseries? I thought it was a series. Fargo beat out American Horror Story, Bonnie and Clyde, Luther, Treme. I didn't know Treme was a miniseries. I thought that was a series. And The White Queen, whatever that is. television movie. I don't watch any TV movies. Yeah, I'm skipping that. Outstanding reality. So The Amazing Race. Oh, Survivor's not even nominated anymore. So I guess Survivor's done. Lead actor. So, all right, Sheldon won for Big Bang Theory. Julia Louis-Dreyfus won on Veep. I'm good with that. Bryan Cranston won. That motherfucker should have had a sweep, by the way. He got robbed that one year. I forgot who beat him, but the fact that he should have owned Best Actor for every season of Breaking Bad. And it's just a damn shame that he doesn't, because he should. Juliana Margulies for The Good Wife. I've never seen The Good Wife. Benedict Cumberbatch for Sherlock Holmes. Really? I didn't like Sherlock Holmes. I bailed on that after like an episode. Jessica Lange in American Horror Story. She was good in that shit. She was good in that shit. Supporting shit. Who won supporting shit? Phil Dunphy won for that. Good. Allison Janney. Holy shit. She won for Mom. Good for her. Jesse Pinkman won. Cool. I like Jesse Pinkman. Anna Gunn. Oh, Skylar White won. Okay. I don't want to get into directing. So, yeah, I'm skipping directing. Yeah, so alright. So now I at least know who won the Emmys. Alright. Let's wrap up here. Hold on. Hot shot time. Let me skip to this Jordan me and Mike Pyle fight too. I don't know how Ariel fucking does these solo shows. It's hard, man. It's hard, like, you know. I hear silence because I listen to him sometimes. I listen to usually when he releases the individual interviews, I'll click on some of the interviews. Oh shit! I forgot to fucking tweet. Oh fuck! I forgot to tweet Sean McCorkle. Fuck! I was supposed to tweet Sean McCorkle and fuck. Oops. All right, I'll try to get him on later. Fuck. Fuckity fuck. So anyway, tomorrow night is what's left of the fights. I think I've covered everything else there is to cover at this point. I will say on that Stephan Bonner Bellator shit, Dana White, I guess he did a scrum today after the weigh-ins, and I guess someone asked him, and he said that they released Stephan Bonner from his UFC contract just so he could fight in this fight because he wanted to see Stephan Bonner kick Tito Ortiz's ass. So, you know, that's always kind of fun. I never thought about that aspect of it. I don't know that he will, but I would certainly hope so. It's you know, everyone's going to watch it. It's a stupid fight, but we're all going to watch it. Let's be honest. So tomorrow is UFC 177. The first pay-per-view in almost 2 months, as I just realized. Now, it was already a weak card. We just canceled a card. Okay, so let's go over a little bit. We had just canceled last month's card. Because what's his name? Oh, there goes Pyle. Because what's his name got hurt. So then we have the John Jones and Gustafson, which was supposed to be tomorrow. Well, that didn't work. That got pushed back. So I don't know why they picked Dillashaw and Barao. I don't know why Barao. Maybe Barao had an immediate title rematch clause. I don't know. It's I don't get it. And then it was supposed to be a that's right. It was supposed to be a double title night. We were supposed to have Mighty Mouse and Chris Carriazo, which got pushed back because Jones got hurt when he punched Cormier like an idiot. So earlier today, actually, didn't something got scrapped earlier? Yeah, the Justin Edwards and Yancy Medeiros, and Edwards pulled out with an injury. Oh no, Medeiros is still fighting. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the one, heavyweight matchup. I knew something got canceled. So they were supposed to have a heavyweight matchup, Ruslan Magomedov and Richard Odoms, but Odoms pulled and Magomedov, the fight got canceled. So there's one fight down. And then earlier today, Cejudo pulled out. He was supposed to make his UFC debut. He's an Olympic wrestler, and he pulled out apparently because weight cut didn't go well. That was, I think I saw that at like 3, 4 in the afternoon. It was earlier today. So that's another fight down. And then maybe about 6 o'clock, I start seeing on Twitter that Barrow's out of the fight now because he had weight cut problems. So now we've got. Let's look at this fight card, okay? There's now 8 fights, okay? There's no Fight Pass fights. There probably would have been one if everything stuck as was. Fox Sports 1 is where the prelims start. Chris Wade and Kane Carrizosa. I don't know who either of those guys are. I'm going to go Chris Wade. Okay? I don't know who they are. Ruin Potts and Anthony Hamilton. I don't know those guys. Not off the top of my head. Ruin Potts. Lawrence Larkin and Derek Brunson. Now, maybe Derek Brunson is the guy. You know what? I think he was the guy from Strike Force that that they wouldn't let out of his contract for Tough. Let me see here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. No, yeah, Brunson was accepted to compete at the Ultimate Fighter 17, but on the first day of filming, he was pulled from the competition due to Showtime having yet to release him from his contract. So that's what it was. It was Showtime that did it. That was a little bit silly, but I think it turned out okay for him. He's still fighting in the UFC. What is he? Let's see here. Let's look at him. So, in his last 5, he's 2-3. He lost to Kendall Grove, lost to Jacare. Look, losing to Jacare isn't anything to be ashamed of. Everyone's going to fucking lose to Jacare. He beat Lieben. He beat Brian Houston. He lost to Yoel Romero. And Lawrence Larkin is on a skid, isn't he? See, I do kind of know these guys. Yeah, so he's down 2. He's fucking 2-3 also. This is really a loser go home match, probably. Larkin beat Robbie Lawler, lost to Carmont, beat Camozzi, lost to Tavares, lost to Costas Philippou, and now he's got Derek Brunson. I'm gonna go Derek Brunson. I'm just going. I don't even really know why, but I'm gonna go Derek Brunson. Let's see here. Close this. Oh, I still got the Joe Rogan shit open. What the fuck is all this shit? Oh, this is all shit I was talking about earlier. Alright. Close all of this shit. It's fucking me up. Okay. Now we get to the pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view, okay? Those are, what, $55, $60 or something like that? Yancy Medeiros versus Damon Jackson. Okay, that's our starter. I don't know who Damon Jackson is, so I'm going to go Yancy Medeiros. I have no fucking clue who Damon Jackson is. Ramsey Najim, who really shouldn't, he should probably be on, like, Fight Pass, versus Carlos Diego Ferreira. Okay. Now, the next one is really the most intriguing fight of the card for me. Betch Correa and Shayna Baszler. I kind of like Shayna Baszler. She just, I don't know. She just seems cool. She just seems relaxed. She doesn't seem like an idiot. Or, not like an idiot. She doesn't seem like a bitch. I don't like this 4 horsewoman thing that everyone's doing. I just think it's not good for really anybody in that quote-unquote stable. But they do have their history with that whole after Carrera beat Duke. After she beat Jessamine Duke, she put up the 4 horsemen sign or 4 horsewomen sign, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and folded down one of them. And that pissed off. I just did it in front of my face. That pissed off all the 4 horsewomen. Look, I mean, everyone. There were a lot of people on Twitter that were pissed off about that. How could you be so disrespectful? Da, da, da. First of all, it's really not disrespectful. They're friends and they're wrestling fans. That's where it came from. They're not a gang. Um, but secondly, it gets people talking about her. It was genius for her to do it. It was just that was a great fucking move because people were talking about her. So I'm interested in this fight. Shayna hasn't fought in a while. Shit, I haven't seen Shayna. I think this is her debut. I don't think I've seen her fight since Tough. Because I think she kept getting hurt. So she's been gone for a while. I don't think this is an easy. Ooh, they're going to show the Ben Saunders fight again. I don't think this is an easy fight for her at all. But I hope she pulls it off because I do like Shayna Baszler. I've been watching her for a long time. But man, oh man, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure she's going to get it done. Tony Ferguson and Danny Castillo. Yeah, I mean this is the co-main event. Okay, it's just really this is the co-main event. Really? And then our title fight. Okay, T.J. Dillashaw and what's his name? Joe Soto. Joe Soto's this is his UFC debut. Okay, I'm not faulting him. He's got an opportunity. He's taking it. But this is what the UFC is putting on as a pay-per-view. There's nothing. They had no backup. They had no plan. It was just, what the fuck are they thinking? This was a terrible card from the beginning, and they didn't even have a co-main event that could do anything and pull anything off. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm watching this Ben Saunders finish right here. And I'm watching him there. He just took the hand out, and he's going to open that up. There it goes. That was fucking nice, man. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Basically, this is a shitty pay-per-view, and I don't know what else to say. I wish that the official numbers were public. They aren't. I don't know how these guys come up with, base what they expect the pay-per-view numbers to do, but they do. They come out. There's got to be something behind them, some type of something, inside information maybe. I don't know. It's just it's a terrible, terrible, terrible card, and I'm curious to know what the attendance is because they did say earlier that they have, because the main event changed. The UFC has to honor anyone who wants a refund. So they did that with was it the Jones Cormier fight that got moved? I think they had to do that for that fight. They had to offer a refund, which I think is good. I mean, it's supposed to keep the promotions in check, and there's promoters that have falsely sold things. Oh yeah, so and so is going to be fighting, and then people buy tickets, and then that guy gets magically hurt or something like that. So I'm curious to know what they do. I saw Kiss on their reunion tour in the front row, and we got the tickets the day of the concert at like 3 in the afternoon, because what happens is at that point they release really good tickets, and they release them for a good price because we're getting down into the nitty gritty. And the radio stations will release the tickets that they didn't give away, and they'll release them back to be sold. So we got front row tickets, like 4 or 5 hours before the show started. So I'm curious to see what happens there, but it's just a bad card. It's just bad. So, all right, motherfuckers, I'm getting tired, so I'm fucking out, and I don't know. Maybe that fucking bitch Diver will get on next week. Who knows? Enjoy your fucking long weekend. I hope you get a long weekend. Enjoy it. Relax. Play. Have fun. And yeah, we'll be back next week. See ya!